Hi Brittany, my name is Angel. I'm an advisor in the VA.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So how can we help you today? I know you're here for some concerns. We've got your degree audit pulled up, so we can go through where you're at right now in the program, how you're doing, and what your plans are when you're done. Okay? So I was looking at your audit here, and it looks like you're almost complete with the program. You did register for the summer and for the fall already. How do you feel about the classes that you're currently in?
I feel good. I do have mid-program exam coming up, so that one's putting a little bit more stress on me, but as far as knowing what classes to pick, I think for here it's understandable, but just knowing what's next is more of my concern.
So more of your concern is what's next after this program?
Yes.
Okay, have you researched any of the colleges or programs for the sign language interpreting program?
Not really. They do let us know that there's not a lot of sign language interpreting degrees out there.
Okay.
They kind of change it more into a language degree more than anything else than strictly focusing on sign language. I know SAC was supposed to be getting the BSN program for that department, but it's still on a hold, so we're not too sure.
Yeah, it's hard when it's so undecisive of what's going to happen next, and you're getting close to the end and you just want to know, right, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I did do some research. I found one school here in Texas, which is the University of Houston. And they have an American Sign Language interpreting program. So I know this is the program that you're looking for, right? Interpreting specifically. So looking at their program, I did print you some of the requirements that were needed for the program. This is just a 4-year. What I did here for you was mark off some of the core classes that you have completed. One thing I noticed going through your audit was that you don't have any sciences. They do want you to have 2 science courses. By completing your science, you can also earn an Associate of Arts after going through your degree audit. So you can walk out of here with 2 degrees. You can get an Associate of Arts degree in like a liberal arts, and you can also get your AAS degree in the American Sign Language.
Okay.
So I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
Yes, you're so close. I was looking at your GPS, and you have, because the sign language course program that you're in, it's a technical program. So you've got a lot of the technical degrees. But when I do one of the what ifs, it's just something nice that we have. Let me show you. For an Associate of Arts, because this gives you all of the core. That especially if your goal is to go and get a bachelor's degree, most of the universities want you to have your core done, which they call core complete. Okay? So looking at this, for a liberal arts degree, you're 6 credits away from getting that. And the 6 credits are coming from the science.
Yes.
All you need is 2 science courses, and you could also get an Associate of Arts degree in liberal arts, which you can get if you do plan on going to the University of Houston. They need 2 science courses anyway, so you can do them here while you're here on our campus before you transfer, so that you can earn that degree.
Can I take those courses keeping my major as a sign language interpreter? So even though my goal...
Because you're not using VA benefits, so that's the nice thing about it, is you don't have those restrictions that the VA holds against you. You know how they make you take classes only in your degree plan. So right now is a good time, since you're not using the benefits, to take an extra science if you can, if your schedule allows it. You can take an extra science to earn 2 degrees.
So if I keep it as a sign language interpreter, and let's say I do get my military benefits back, would I be able to take those sciences, since my goal wouldn't just be for an associate's anymore, it would be for this program as well?
It depends. Which benefit are you using?
I would be using Chapter 33, but I'm trying to get the Chapter 31.
31, but it'd be great if you can. You just have to let your case manager know what you're doing, so that they can approve you to take the classes that are required for Houston. What they'll do on the approval form is just say your prerequisites for University of Houston Sign Language program. And we would just basically have this here, and as long as you're taking classes within this field, you'll be good for Chapter 31.
Okay.
Chapter 33 is a little bit different. You have to be following a SAC degree plan.
Okay.
So depending on what classes you're in, you have to be taking the classes within that specific degree plan.
Okay.
So a little bit tricky.
What about Hazelwood?
Hazelwood's going to be the same. You'll have to be on a degree plan,
Okay.
following a degree plan.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay, so there's the differences on how the different benefits work. You get a little bit more lenience with Chapter 31. If your case manager is okay with that, they can do it.
Okay.
Okay. Does the University of Houston sound like an option for you?
I think it would be a little harder because I do have a 6-year-old daughter.
Okay.
So moving, my parents help me as much as they can.
Right.
So yeah, I think that would be a little bit more challenging. Would they allow online classes for these?
That is a good question. They don't say anything about online classes. I would assume some of them, I don't know if you have to record yourself, but because it is sign language, I know
Yeah,
you kind of have to be in person. That's what I'm just kind of assuming. It doesn't say it's an online program. They didn't have an online program on their website. But that is something, their contact information is down here. I would definitely visit their department and try to reach out to someone in the program to see if they can answer some more questions for you, especially in your last semester, which you're starting very soon.
Yes.
You're getting so close to being done, so you definitely want to start, reaching out to these universities and just to have some options. Because it's great you've got SAC as an option. Hopefully we get approved
Yes.
for the BSN for sign language. I know a lot of students will be really happy about that. Just because they're so limited. These programs are not really in Texas or
Yes.
San Antonio for that matter. So you already have to kind of, expand your horizons if this is really what you wanted to do for a career. Do you have a plan B options if University of Houston doesn't work out because of, it's hard. I understand it's so hard to just pick up and move, especially when you have a little one. What are your other options? Do you think you may go right into the working?
I may just
Environment?
decide. I know that here in Texas they do have interpreter programs that are willing to hire people with just their associates because we do have to pass the BEI program
Right.
exam.
You become certified, right?
Yes. So once we get that, we are allowed to work just so long as we're keeping up with our own kind of training. And I know that they have seminars and things like that too. But other than that, I really don't have any more plans unless you have any suggestions.
Well, it's hard because, like I said, you were so limited in San Antonio for this program specific to get a bachelor's degree anyway.
What else could I do with a sign language interpreting degree?
That's a good question. You can, like we talked about with the department, they recommended a lot of the communication more. If you really wanted to go for a bachelor's, maybe you go into communications. I don't think there are any other classes. These are probably the most ASLI courses that you can take that are in San Antonio. Because even when I researched, San Antonio College kept coming up for these classes that you're looking for.
Okay.
So what you can do is we can look at the track center, the transfer and career center that we have for jobs. Because you're getting an associate of applied science, those are our technical degrees. They are preparing you to go straight into the workforce.
Okay.
You're done. So that could be an option if that's what you wanted to do. We can look at some careers. I know they will help you, that resource that we have here in the New Victory Center. So we can go ahead and set you up an appointment to see someone in the Transfer Career Center to help you look for some careers that may pop up if you're wanting to go right into the workforce, especially for getting for being certified. I was looking at the website here, and let me just pull up your degree, because it gives me some more information on your degree. American Sign Language. These other related awards, are these some of the other awards that you
We are
earned?
encouraged to take those as well.
Okay, so.
They do have prerequisites. I think educational settings is just for ASL
Okay.
classes. I'm not quite sure.
Okay, So yes, that's something we can look into. Once you're done with the associate's program, you can definitely look into getting more certificates or these advanced technical certificates that definitely make you, eligible to go into the workforce
Okay.
immediately with these, being certified, having your associate's degree. Especially if you really do think that, moving your family out of San Antonio is not really an option. We don't have another bachelor option in San Antonio for sign language. So we can just look into, getting you right into the workforce.
Now, going for an AAS, is it possible at the same time to be going for a certificate?
It's possible if the classes overlap. Let's take a look. Have you taken these two?
No, I haven't taken either one of those.
Okay, so these two are definitely, let's see, these are enhanced.
Because I know for the regular AAS for interpreter,
Mm-hmm.
we're allowed to take one credit course within the degree plan that we need,
Okay,
but then there's like a list of 13 different courses you can
Mhm.
take, but you can only pick one.
right.
And those two are part of the 13.
There you
So
go.
how would that work?
So it'll be, what you'll do is if you're completing these classes, you will automatically be eligible to apply for this award.
Okay,
As
and
soon
what's
as
the
you
prereq
complete
for
it.
that one?
It doesn't look like there's any prerequisites.
They usually say them on the top.
I
Okay.
usually say them at the top. That's what I've seen from some of the other technical programs we have. They'll say them at the top.
Okay.
So it's almost like, it compares to our cybersecurity program. So students that are going for the associates, as they're going for the associates, they're earning all of these awards and certificates along the way, just because they're completing the classes
Okay.
they need. And it just so happens that they're going overall for the associates, but at the same time getting these certificates and awards because they're completing the requirements. So it sounds very similar to that.
Okay.
Something that you can probably work towards, getting these extra certificates for your resume, building up that resume. Our Transfer Career Center that's another resource that can help you with that, building resumes. I know you still have got the summer, the fall, and spring. Is that what you're shooting for to graduate? I think you're so close.
I'm not really quite sure when I'm supposed to graduate. I think it's 2019, 2020, somewhere around there.
Okay. Looking here, you've got these 4 courses left
After
the fall.
Okay.
So if these are, so this would be
So I know
spring.
interpreting 2 can't be taken at the same
Right,
time as
S3.
interpreting 3.
So you would have to take this in the spring, and then I believe they don't offer these in summer, so you'll have to take that next fall.
Okay. Oh wow. So that's 2 semesters.
2 semesters, only because, like you said, you can't take them at the same time.
And as you were saying though, at that same time I can fit in maybe a science class. Okay.
Because you need 2 sciences, and are you gonna jump into using your benefits again soon?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, if you need classes to go full-time, those sciences are definitely something you should probably take, just to get you a full-time schedule, to get your full housing allowance. I know that's important. But yes, and then you could come out of here with 2, like I said, 2 degrees.
Okay. And if I decide to go with the liberal arts degree and at the same time the ASL degree, I have to walk the stage for both or just
No,
one?
Just one.
Just one.
You'll get them both mailed to you in the
Okay.
mail. Sent to you in the mail once you're completed both requirements.
Gotcha. Okay.
You could finish one before the other also, and you can get it all. Since we only have one ceremony a year, you can just walk the stage with the 2 diplomas that you have, and they'll just mail them to you.
Okay.
But that is it. How do you feel? Do you feel a little bit better about your plans as far as you've got some options, and we may have to, get a reference from the Transfer Career Center
Yes.
for some career options, since we know education-wise you're kind of at a stop until San Antonio College finds out if we're going to get that BSN for sign language.
I think it's good knowing the options. I mean, I don't want to completely throw out this option either.
Good. Okay.
Just because I do want to continue going to school,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it would definitely have to be something I talk about with my family.
Yes, definitely. Okay, well, do you have any other questions for me?
No, man, that's gonna be it.
Awesome. Thank you, Brittany. It was
Thank you
nice
so
to
much.
see you again.
Yes, you too.